afternoon, I'm Raylene Ramsey. This is your afternoon news fix for Wednesday, the 17th of December. Disgraced former Deputy Police Commissioner Jevon McSkimming has been sentenced to 9 months home detention for possessing objectionable materials. Jevon McSkimming sat in court wearing a blazer and untucked shirt, showing no emotion and quietly nodding as Judge Tim Black laid down his sentence. Tobias McIntosh was there.
Crown lawyers say McSkimming's behaviour directly contributed to child abuse issues as colleagues worked to pick up the pieces. Dozens filled the public gallery, some shaking their heads as McSkimming was given a 50% discount to a starting point of 3 years jail. Judge Black expressed concern McSkimming's previous position would make him subject to extreme violence in prison.
Debate on superannuation is again heating up with disagreement between coalition parties. ACT's David Seymour says New Zealand has to bite the bullet on raising the age with people living longer.
Now, if we don't, it will be forced on us. There'll be a big earthquake or a pandemic or some sort of financial crisis in the future, and then they'll say, oh, we can't afford it, we're going to have to make the change suddenly, and then people will be very upset.
New Zealand First's Winston Peters says with a stronger economy, superannuation would be affordable.
You should look to your own inability to run an economy rather than blame old people. That's my answer.
TV Shop, the company behind well-known cosmetics brand Thin Lizzy, has been convicted on 13 charges of misleading consumers after making up reviews. It encouraged staff to post customer reviews and ask friends and family to do the same, and withheld low ratings. Horticulture NZ says the hard work of our growers is coming to fruition as exports reach new highs. A new MPI report predicts food and fibre export revenue will rise 3% to $62 billion by the end of June. It also forecasts a 5% lift in horticulture exports to $9.2 billion. Hort NZ Chief Executive Kate Ross says products like kiwi fruit and apples are largely driving this growth.
We are seeing a small lift across some of our smaller crops, but also some continued bigger lifts across those bigger crops as well. So we're very excited about what this means in the future for horticulture.
A 6-year investigation has forced Waipareira Trust to make significant governance and structural changes. The West Auckland social services provider, whose chief executive is Te Pāti Māori President John Tamahere, has narrowly avoided deregistration after an internal affairs investigation. The charity donated hundreds of thousands of dollars to Te Pāti Māori and Tamahere's mayoral campaign in 2019. Tamahere repaid some funds in 2023. In the same year, pay for key Waipareira leaders, including Tamahere, rose 77%. To sport, Black Caps captain Tom Latham is positive. Talk of the riches associated with this morning's Indian Premier League auction aren't a distraction ahead of tomorrow's third test against the West Indies. Snow sports, New Zealand is anticipating a record medal haul at February's Winter Olympics in Milano Cortina, given 4 Kiwi athletes have stood on the podium in World Cup competition over the past fortnight. The men's ASB Tennis Classic could yet welcome a 2-time champion, with Roberto Bautista Agut to receive a wild card if Gail Monfils makes the main draw. That is your latest news fix. We'll be back with the next update tomorrow morning from the Newstalk ZB newsroom.